Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Zack Webster. Some really good news starting to come in as far as the fire danger goes around the western slope. It's been a pretty busy last week and a half, but we're finally going to start to see some improvements move into the region over the next several days. As usual, we'll start out with a quick look at the Spring Creek fire. As of the time this is recorded, we haven't had any updates as far as acreage burned or containment as of late yesterday morning. So again, we're looking at 2,925 acres burned with the Spring Creek fire and 20% contained. We do have that updated fire burn area outlined in red out across those higher elevations to the south of Parachute, and hopefully we should start seeing an update throughout the day today. But definitely some good news that we're starting to see some improving weather conditions around the western slope. There's a look at a wind gust throughout the day today in Grand Junction. Yes, we will still see an increase in those wind gusts as we head farther along into the afternoon, but the good news is those wind gusts nowhere near as strong as what we've seen throughout much of this week. Many of those wind gusts mostly below 15 miles per hour, but we could get just a couple of wind gusts between around 15 and 20 miles per hour. And we'll take a look at wind gusts around the region. Again, the same general idea here is a lot of those wind gusts will mostly be below 20 miles per hour, but we could see just a couple of those spotty wind gusts between 15 and 20 miles per hour. And then check out some of these wind gusts on Saturday. That's pretty much just a normal day for many of us around the western slope this time of year. Pretty much all of those wind gusts below 15 miles per hour. And even then, you're not even really talking about wind gusts at that point when they're only 10 or 15 miles per hour. There's a look at our weather alerts map. I'll switch back over to me here, and that's probably the cleanest the weather alert map has looked really for about the past week and a half. All those red flag warnings that that we had in place across the region over the last several days, those are gone. We still do have a air quality alert that's still in effect, and that's primarily for areas right around places like DeBeck over toward Parachute, right around where that Spring Creek fire is. Still got a little bit of smoke kind of blowing around, affecting some of the air quality around those towns. But for places like Grand Junction, even up toward Glenwood Springs, yes, you're in that gray shaded area and technically under the air quality alert, but the primary focus here is again going to be for places like DeBeck and over toward Parachute, closer to that Spring Creek fire, where you're still seeing some of that wildfire and could be affecting some of the air quality there right around that fire. Back to full screen here. We'll take a look throughout the day today. Here's another reason why we're looking at a smaller fire danger over the next couple of days, particularly throughout the day today. We'll start out there widescreen, and we'll come back to me here right quick. A lot more clouds, and we saw a little bit of rain around the western slope yesterday, including here in the Grand Valley. A very quick shower kind of rolled its way through the region. It wasn't particularly scattered in nature. It was pretty spotty, but I do think it becomes a little bit more scattered around the western slope later this afternoon. Most of that rain falls over the higher elevations of the region, but like what we saw yesterday, we can't completely rule out a few of those very light showers making their way down into some of the valleys as well. Chief Meteorologist Stephen Bowers probably mentioned it probably the best. It's probably less than a 10% chance of rain down in the valleys. It's definitely greater than zero. Skies will continue to clear out throughout the overnight hours tonight, and then taking a look at Saturday, while things start to dry out, we won't see anywhere near as much in the way of rain, won't see as much in the way of cloud cover either, but the big difference is, as you saw earlier, those wind gusts a lot lower around the western slope. You combine all of those things together, and you have a lower fire danger around the western slope. That's the key word here. The fire danger is lower. We haven't completely gotten rid of it. There could still be some spotty areas that maybe don't see a little rain or they get a few more of those stronger wind gusts. Things are still pretty dry out there, so we could locally have some higher fire danger here and there, but it's not as widespread as what we've seen over the last week and a half, and that pattern continues into Saturday. Even though we see a little bit more sunshine, we'll see fewer of those stronger wind gusts, and that will bring that fire danger around down as we head throughout the weekend. Quick look ahead farther along. There could be some gustier winds that could start to roll through the region by around the 4th of July on Tuesday. That's feasible. That could once again start to elevate that fire danger once again, and that's really kind of unfortunate with it being 4th of July. Obviously, fireworks, a very big deal when it comes to the 4th of July, but we'll have to watch. We'll have to see if the fire danger does increase there. And again, I'm seeing some signs we could get some more of those gusty winds on Tuesday for the 4th of July. But again, still kind of holding out as to whether or not we will actually see a elevation in that fire danger, with something we'll continue to monitor throughout the weekend and into early next week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.